We were expecting this result, Dav?
No, I have to say, look, I'm sure there was a lot of people out there that are still trying to figure out, shaking their head. After 5 games, you have the mighty England team, who are the defending champions, having 1 win against their name. This game was a game of no return, and sadly England now face a horrible time in the next 4 games, knowing that they're not going to be able to make the semi-final.
A quick word on Nissanka and Samara Wickrama, who were amid the runs here. One assumed that even it will be difficult for Sri Lanka to pile up those runs after what we saw of England innings, like we spoke in the mid-innings. But it looks like these 2 gentlemen had their path sorted out pretty clearly.
Yeah, that's right. I guess when you're chasing a score, you know what the total is. It's a little bit easier, but nevertheless, there were a little bit of scary moments. So Sri Lanka lost a couple of early wickets. But seriously, this Nissanka and Samara Wickrama, who looks to be, a really good prospect for the Sri Lankan team, batted beautifully and pounced on anything loose, respected the good balls, and made light work of it in the end. It wasn't just a victory; it was an absolute thumping victory.
England's campaign effectively over for the top 4.
That's right. There's 4 games left, and they've won 1. So, if we're saying you need to win 6 as a benchmark, it's physically impossible for that to happen.
Because there are other teams that are coming into form. Sri Lanka, for one. Sri Lanka can go ahead and win their remaining matches. If we can just take a look at the fixtures of both the teams we have lined up ahead. England have 4 games remaining. As you mentioned earlier on, I'm just trying to get the fixtures in.
Everyone's got 4 games left.
Both the teams, all teams now have 4 games left. England's campaign looks like it's effectively over. What about Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka's alive
still. Still chances, yeah.
They're alive. So they'll be very happy with today. They can confidently go and plan now for the next game to try and win that one and continue to win. They need to keep accumulating points. So can't be resting on your laurels. Enjoy the moment today, no problem, because you've earned it. You played well. But come tomorrow, let's get back on that horse and start to prepare as well as you can for the next game.
I think after the passage of another innings, it's probably a better time to really discuss what's going wrong with England. It has shocked viewers all over, shocked viewers and fans, England team fans and otherwise as well. What do you think is going wrong? We at least expected them to put up some fight in the second innings there. Yeah,
well, look, we all agreed that today was the correct decision to make in terms of their selection. It gives them a longer and batting order with depth, which didn't compromise their bowling too much. They won the toss on a really nice afternoon, decided correctly to bat first, but did not quite understand what the pass score on that pitch was. Everyone had their opinions, and most of us would be saying the same thing. It's a high 200s, 280, 290, 300. So that was something that would have been on their mind when they first started to bat, because even so, they started like that. They in the first 5 overs, I think, they were 30-odd runs. Yeah. Milan was whacking nicely, and Bairstow also was going nicely. But then as soon as the wicket fell, and Sri Lanka then began to direct their deliveries better in the correct area, and then the ball gets a little bit softer. It wasn't coming onto the bat as what the new ball did. And because the surface wasn't as fast, once that shine goes off that new white ball, it sort of stops a little bit when it comes on. Right. So you need to be a little careful of playing strokes that you would normally play if it was just nicely coming on, a normal Chinnaswamy wicket. But it wasn't today, and it just needed to readjust, refocus, and just work out, that the total on that pitch, 250, 260. If you looked at 250, maybe you can get 270. If you're looking at 300, you're only going to get a low score. So risks were taken, bad shots were played, 2 bad run-outs. That doesn't help for a total that you think you can protect.